Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful weekend spending some time outside. This is a writing video today, and we're going to be doing some all about writing. So this video is mostly for the grade 1s, but grade 2s, if you would like to listen in, you are more than welcome. So grade 1s today, you were reading about the Canada goose, and you've probably seen some flying around. I know I've seen quite a few at my house. So you have read the story and now you're going to do some writing about it. So you'll have a paper that looks like this. If you don't have a printer, then you can just draw some circles on a piece of paper, and we are going to write Canada Goose in the middle. And what we're starting with today is we are going to come up with our ideas that we're going to write about. So you need to think back to your reading and think about the facts that you read about that were about a Canada goose. So you might remember that they have nests. So I'm going to write that in one of my circles so that when I'm writing my story later, I'm going to remember that. All right, I might remember that the father has a particular name, doesn't it? The father's name is a gander. So I'm going to write down gander. And as long as I remember that that's the father's name, I don't have to write anything more than that. Let's see. It told us about how many eggs that the mother goose might lay. Do you remember how many? 3 to 8 eggs. So I'm going to write that down on my paper. 3 to 8 eggs. All right. Let's see if I can remember anything else. I might remember the name of the baby goose. It's not just called a baby. It's called a gosling. So I'm going to write that down over here. It's talking a little bit more about what a baby goose might have, and it has a special tooth on it, doesn't it? And it is called the egg tooth. All right, and I don't have to fill up all my bubbles if I don't want to. If I have some more information, I could put it in here, but if you have some that are left empty, that is fine. So next I'm on to the second part of my writing. So you might notice that I filled in my last bubble. I did some more reading about the Canada geese and I added that they eat corn. All right, so now I'm going to turn my idea page into a book. So my book is going to be a nonfiction book because it's going to be giving information about a Canada goose. So I just found some white paper. You might have plain white paper. You might have lined paper. It doesn't really matter. And I cut it in half because I didn't think I needed it that big. And I made sure that I will have enough papers for all of my ideas. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 ideas that I'm going to write about. I'm going to put one idea on each page. And before that, I'm going to start with a bold beginning to my book. So that means that I need 7 pages altogether. And I'm also going to have one more page, my 8th page, which is going to be my cover page. All right, we are going to get started. So you can decide to start with your cover page if you would like, or you could start with your detail pages or your bold beginning. It is up to you. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write my sentences. So I'll choose one idea and then write down my sentence. So I've done some of them already because you can tell I put a check mark so that I'm remembering which ones I've done and which ones I still need to do. So I just finished writing this sentence about it is the mother's job to build a nest. All right, I have one last one to write about, which is about the egg tooth. So I will do some writing on that one. So now I wrote my next sentence, and it says when the gosling hatches, it uses its egg tooth to break the egg. So now I'm going to look at all my sentences that I wrote, and I'm going to make sure that they are in an order that would make sense. So this is my bold beginning to my nonfiction book, and it says, Canada geese are interesting animals. So that one is for sure going to go at the beginning, so I can set that one over here. All right, now I need to try and get the other 6 in order. So I'm going to lay them out here. See if anything kind of matches and goes together. So I have a baby goose is called a gosling. The mother goose can lay 3 to 8 eggs. Canada geese eat corn for a treat. When the gosling hatches, it uses its egg tooth to break the egg. The father goose is called a gander, and it is the mother's job to build a nest. So I have a few things that go together. I have 2 about the mother, so I can put those 2 together. So about the mother building the nest, and then about her laying eggs. And if she's laying eggs, that would make sense that I would put the one about the egg tooth and what a baby goose is called together after that. And then that would leave that the father goose is called a gander. I could put that one next. And then that Canada geese eat corn for a treat. So you can try and get yours in order so that they make sense. So here my pages are in order. This is my cover page. If you remember what a cover page needs, it needs the title of your book. It needs a picture so that somebody would want to read it, and you need the author. So my title is Canada Geese. There's my picture, which I'm not quite done yet, and it is by Mrs. Bedford. And finally, here is my book. I finished up the pictures, which you can do during creativity. So here it goes. Now I can read it. Canada geese. Canada geese are interesting animals. It is the mother's job to build a nest. The mother goose can lay 3 to 8 eggs. A baby goose is called a gosling. When the gosling hatches, it uses its egg tooth to break the egg. The father goose is called a gander. Canada geese eat corn for a treat. And that's the end. I hope you enjoy making your own book, and then you can take a video of it so that I can hear it. Have a great day.